So this is the remnants of King David's palace.
The conclusions drawn by the archaeologists are a little bit controversial. And Eilat Mazar, who comes from a famous family, Ami Mazar was my boss when I dug for 10 years. His uncle was an archaeologist, and Ami's cousin Eilat is an archaeologist. And in this, she found, and it's pictured here, some things you would never find in a regular house. And one of them is a pillar or pilaster that would have been a support for the building. And because it is very finely carved, better than any example we've ever had in the country, even from 100 and 150 years later, of palaces in Samaria and stuff from Ahab. This is better than all of that. And it's a monumental structure. It's big. And it's in a place that you would expect to find a palace based on the biblical description. Is if you're going to find the palace of David, you need to go up from the fort. So that's what she did. She went just a little bit higher than most of the city of David. And this is an area, and so the things in here support something really important. Not a temple, but a really big house, and who would have a really, really big house. It's not far enough up toward where the Western Wall is to have an association with Solomon. Solomon built it a little bit further up the hill. The pottery is how you date things, what kind of style of pottery. And she says it's the red slipware, which is exactly the time of David.
So Marilyn, our tour guide, actually studied with Eilat Mazar, who excavated this area, and you just heard all of the possible evidence of why this excavation is probably where part of King David's palace was. So we're on this at the city of David, and this is the Kidron Valley right here. And I pointed this out earlier, but it pretty much separated the living who were in the city of David and the dead. And as I pointed out, under these houses, these holes that you see, those are tombs of where people are actually buried. And right over here, and I said earlier you can follow the bedrock down. If you followed it down to about right here, looks like this is probably where Isaiah was buried. So I'm standing on top of the city of David, and I'm going to zoom down to show you where Hezekiah's tunnel leads. And it leads down to the Pool of Siloam. It's a major source of water.
The one thing you need to have is water. So from approximately the 18th century BC, somewhere around 1800, the very first system is worked out to take the water from the spring and actually channel it somewhere that is more useful, putting it in a pool where you can get it out as you need it, instead of having it all just go down the Kidron Valley and keep going into the area of the Dead Sea. So Warren Shaft has several parts to it. There's a tunnel part, then steps, and then a shaft that goes down 14 meters. And it's one of the suggestions is that shaft, that long shaft, like mine shaft, is that what Joab climbed up with David's men to take the city? Because they took it with something called, it's in Hebrew it's called a tzinor, and a tzinor is some kind of a pipe. So, could they have crawled up the water pipe, so to speak?
All right, we're going down into Warren Shaft, and this dates from 1800 BC. So, in there, buddy.
Dude, I'm trembling. It's dark, cold, and steep.
In Warren Shaft, and you can see how far that goes down all the way down. This might be where Joab climbed up to get into the city of David.
During the Syrian threat, Hezekiah made several moves to defend the city. He made a pool near Jaffa Gate to collect water. He made a tunnel bringing the water supply from this channel well into the city limits, and then blocked it up so nobody on the outside would know that this channel existed and that was their source of water. Because you can last a long time in a siege without starving. You will not last long without water. The tunnel itself is like 1,750 feet long, going through solid rock.
Hezekiah's tunnel?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm hot and I'm excited. I think the cold water will feel good on my feet. And I have my handy dandy light.
There you go.
Nice.
Red for night and white. So I'm ready to
Sweet.
Ready for this.
So I'm walking in Hezekiah's tunnel right now. They actually dug from both sides, so they had to meet in the middle. So it's really a feat of engineering. And this goes all the way from the old city of Rome down the Kidron Valley to the Pool of Siloam, which is where we'll end up. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour to walk through here, and I must say this is probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. Jeff, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Good?
Oh, that is cold water.
Yeah. Dr. Palm, hi. We got Jeff and Dustin and then Dr. Palm and Dr. Gill back there walking through Hezekiah's tunnel.
Right here. These picks are going this way, and those are going that way.
Well, like, I mean, look right here. See that angle? Or see that arc?
Yeah, so the picks would have been coming
Yeah.
like this, and this one's right coming this way. So this has to be it.
So they may have chiseled the piece out right here.
Yeah, or right here.
Blackout, Veronica.
So look, it looks like this is possibly where the two tunnels met. They met in the middle.
This is it. We're going black.
If you notice along the walls of Hezekiah's tunnel, you see white stuff on the rock, and that's made out of clay and ash, waterproofing the tunnel. Pretty ingenious. Shine, let it shine.
Filled in up top.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hitting Hezekiah's tunnel, gotta be one of the coolest things I've ever done. It was amazing.
Jesus does the miracle at the Siloam pool, tells the blind man to go wash off the mud in the Siloam pool, and he would be healed, his eyesight would be healed. Jesus picks the pool, okay? So you think, there's got to be something to this pool. The name means sent one. Siloam, Shiloh, sent, Shalach is to send. Shiloah, sent one. Go wash in the sent one pool. And this is the one who will testify, you know, when he's queried by the temple folks, you know, how did this happen? He said, I don't know, I was blind, now I see, you know, like, don't blame me. But the connection of this pool with the name in Jesus' ministry is important.
Fall, flood, nations, 4,000 years. Persia Gulf.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu lahadlich ner shel Shabbat. Amen. B'shem Yeshua HaMashiach ha'or ha'amet b'kol ha'olam. Blessed art thou, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who commands us who blesses us with his commandments and who commands us to kindle these Sabbath lights. I light them in the name of Yeshua, the real light of the world.
So this is the end of day 4. Shabbat Shalom.